Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It is Corey from Corey's Tech Time. It is October, and that means that it's officially Pixel season. Google is definitely doing things differently this year, and I'm excited to see how things play out. On Tuesday, October 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, Google will unveil the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. I'm also hoping for some surprises too. Before we get into Tuesday's event, let's first talk about what happened last year, because what happened last year I think is going to play a part this year. Last year, Google unveiled the Nest Audio, the Chromecast with Google TV, and the Pixel 5. We are still living in a world where there's a pandemic going on and a chip shortage, so I don't anticipate Google coming out with too many devices this year. I do expect only 3 devices for us. But I am holding out hope there is a surprise or two. Now for the event. The Pixel 6 Pro and the Pixel 6 will be the focus for sure. These new phones will support an all-new camera system and also a under-display fingerprint scanner. The new camera system is rumored to have a 50 megapixel main sensor, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, and a 48 megapixel for the telephoto on the Pro. I'm sure we'll hear more about these at the event, but that's all that we have assured for now. So what powers these new Pixel phones? It's the Google Tensor chip. Google talked about this earlier this year briefly during a briefing for the media, or select media, I should say. This chip, I do anticipate seeing plenty of stage time. This is Google's first SoC, so they will make a big deal about it for sure. Google leans on AI and machine learning heavily, for their software features. So I do anticipate Google showing us more of what they have in store for us, from feature updates to just software on the devices as well, and just how they improve it all with Tensor. Next, we'll definitely see a Pixel stand, and that's only because it's been rumored and it's also been pictured here as well. So the second gen Pixel stand will feature 2 charging coils. The top one will be for phones, and then the bottom coil says that it's for Pixel Buds. But I am also holding out hope that a watch will fit there as well, a Pixel watch. But we'll have to see if that's the case or not, and if Google will actually come out with a watch, because that's one thing that we just don't know. But for now, I'm just holding out hope, and we'll see. But I am excited for the Pixel stand. I think the first gen served well, but I think this is going to be an overall better version of that. This one might be too soon, but I hope Google revises their troubled Pixel Buds from 2020. There was some issues with the connection. I didn't have that issue. I just found those buds from 2020 to be a little bit just not stable. So that was my issue with them. But they performed well enough. But Google did replace them with the Pixel Buds A. And that's what I'm hoping for. It's just a more premium version of the Pixel Buds A. One that features noise cancellation and those swipe gestures as well for the volume. But for now, we'll see. This is not something that anyone has talked about, so it might be one of those things that we just won't see until probably next year. Then there's the Pixelbook. Google is rumored to be working on their own chip for Chromebooks, or for their Chromebooks. In 2023 is when they're supposed to come out. So that's a couple years from now. So I don't anticipate anything like that at the event, but you never know. But I don't think Google will use another vendor's chip just to get their device out. but we'll see. I mean, I guess the best thing to do for us here is just to be patient. Then there's the Pixel Fold. I can see this device being previewed here, but not released. It seems as if foldables or the new foldables from Google will require Android 12.1. Since Android 12 for Pixels aren't out yet, I don't anticipate Google releasing it until probably sometime next year, maybe before Google I/O. That's when I could see them releasing it, or maybe even sooner, but definitely not in 2021. They have enough on their plate for sure. I am curious to see what Google's vision for foldables is, and that's from a hardware and from a software perspective. The one outlier and the device I would like to see second to the Pixel phones, the Pixel 6 phones, is a Pixel Watch. This device was leaked earlier this year, but there's been no evidence of anything since then. There's only the renders, and that was from earlier this year. So there's nothing in any APK teardowns. There's nothing that's pointing to this device coming this year at all. So I would really be surprised if they did have this one at the event. And Google did a hell of a job with keeping this thing under wraps. But we'll see. I mean, you know, we can hope, right? And that's the event. Those are the 3 devices that I think are coming, or that's going to be announced at the event. You have the Pixel 6 series phones, you have Google Tensor, and then there's the Pixel Stand. Maybe they'll preview the Pixel Fold, but that's a long shot at best. But let me know what you think and what you anticipate being announced at the event.